All right, so I'm not going to take all the time to drain and rinse everything. It looks like you guys have already done it. You've drained and rinsed everything because it's pretty self-explanatory. So I'm going to turn my pot on to about medium heat, and I told you all I can't follow a recipe, and as I was looking at mine, I realized I can't even follow my own recipes very well. I'm telling you, I'm a hot mess. So anyway, so what I'm going to do, actually what I'm going to do first, is I have the crushed tomatoes. So don't be finicky. Just go ahead and put the crushed tomatoes right into your pot. And I guess you guys can see this.
Should we move this now to we probably should move this to the oven?
You know what, if you want to assemble it and then heat it up, I'm just going to tell you how to do how I would do it.
Right, thank you. Right.
So then you know what, you can heat it all together. There's no wrong way to do this. That's why I love this. So I've got the heat on probably medium. So I have this can, okay? So what I'm going to do is you can either use water or your veggie stock, whatever you want to do. I've got just good old veggie stock. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour probably about 1/4 of the way in the can. And I'm going to rinse the can out. It's just to get all the extra stuff out, like the extra juices out, and dump it in. So just pour it in the can, rinse it out, and dump it in. There you go. And pour it in. Just about 1/4 of the way full. And girls, the next thing you do, take all your beans and just put them in the pot. All the beans. Just put all the beans in the pot. So I just put the black beans in and the red beans in. Now, when I said I can't follow a recipe to save my life, I have black-eyed peas, okay? So I'm going to throw extra beans in because I have black-eyed peas. I don't know if I missed a step or not, but this is where you can make it your own. If you don't like a lot of black beans, then throw in an extra bean. Throw in like a plain white bean or an extra whatever. You can. There's no wrong way to do this. So that's the beauty of it.
That's a good thing.
Trust me, that's how I cook with everything. So and the reason I have my apron on because I've got my linen dress on. I need to wear it 5 more times before it goes to the dry cleaner. I cannot get this splattered. So anyway, I threw that in. Now all I'm going to do is I'm going to take a spoon and I'm going to mix it all together. And you're going to see it probably looks a little bit thick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put probably half the jar of salsa in. And then this is where you guys start to measure how thick or how liquidy you like your chili. So that becomes a preference. So I'm going to dump half of it in and see how it looks.
Okay.
And I think it looks pretty darn thick.
Careful, then go ahead.
So this is where you guys get to decide how much extra veggie broth you want to put in. It's okay. You know what? If you want the whole jar, girlfriend, go for it. Because I'll probably dump more in. It's okay. There's no wrong way. So I think
the whole jar, isn't it?
You know what?
The whole jar.
It's okay. You know what? Go for it. So you know what? If you did the whole jar, take the veggie broth and put maybe about 1/4 the way in, put the lid on and shake the jar if you have the lid handy. If not, just swish it around and give yourself a little bit of extra liquid in there. Because I'm sure it's probably a little bit thick.
Yeah, it looks good though. Smells good. Wait, keep stirring. You're doing a good job.
This is like a no-fail recipe, ladies. This is really great if you're having a party too because it's so simple. You can put it in a crock pot and just let it simmer for the party as well. So I think mine looks like kind of like okay consistency. So I'm going to hold off on the salsa and I'll probably use this for later in the week or for something or tomorrow if I feel like I need a little bit more. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put my corn in. Now, I did corn off the cob, and I'm going to explain to you in a second why I did it this way. I'm going to go ahead and dump that in.
I'll dump your corn.
And I'm going to stir that up. Now decide now if you guys want a little bit more broth, a little bit more veggie broth than if it's too thick for you.
I don't like it thick. Do you guys like it thick or do you want it broth?
It becomes a preference. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of the taco seasoning. I'm going to probably put in probably half a packet, and I'm going to stir it.
All right, half a pack.
And then what you want to do, once you get that in, you want to stir it up.
Stir away.
Now, this is the one thing, this is where you have to decide. I need to grab a spoon. You're going to taste it with a spoon, and you're going to decide if you like the amount of seasoning, or if you want more, if you want a little bit more spicy, you're going to add a bit more seasoning to it. But always start with less, because you can't take away, but you can always add. So grab your spoons.
Wait, do we need to put this on the heat or just eat it?
You just taste it. You're going to have an idea. It's going to heat up slightly with when you cook it.
It's going in. Come on here. Go in there.
I'm going to add a bit more. I'm probably going to dump my whole packet in.
Yeah.
I went nuts. I dumped the whole packet.
So good. Jump that in. Jump it in.
I buy like the mild as well too. Like I don't buy the extra spicy. So that could be why. And I think for me, I might add just a little bit more broth. Like I said, there's no right or wrong way to do it. And for you girls that don't have it on the heat, if you want to go ahead and pop it on probably low to medium heat and let it start to cook through, you can do that.
We're moving on over.
Yeah.
We're moving to the stove.
Perfect. Kelsey, how you doing over there?
I'm good. I have everything together.
Okay.
I ground turkey instead of all beans because I have that many beans.
You know, and I was going to say to you as well, instead of having like a bowl, you can have a cup and put a big side salad on the side. Put some lettuce and some tomatoes and some shredded carrots, cucumbers, whatever, radishes, whatever you like, whatever your stomach can tolerate. Don't go nuts with trying to eat a bowl of this because because I had a flare up this week too, so I get you. So I understand. So you kind of have to pull back, but this does not have to necessarily be your main. It can be part of it and then add your veggies on the side. And this is a great way to have a soup and salad combo. The other thing about this, girls, this freezes fantastically, okay? So whatever you don't use, put it in your Rubbermaids and stick it in the freezer for what you don't use. Now, this is where I'm going to let this simmer, and then I'm going to plate it up and show you how it's going to look when I'm done. Remember what Heather said the other day about the big batch cooking? You know, cooking a little extra, and I think I said it a little bit too. And I said it earlier on, how you can take different meals and start to combine them. So you made the sweet potato wrap with Heather earlier in the week. Let's just say for the sake of the conversation, you made extra sweet potatoes already. Instead of you normally would make 1 or 2, you made 3 to 4, okay? Or 2 sweet and 2 baked potatoes, let's say. So you got 4 potatoes. So then you have the chili tonight. Let's say you made the extra ground beef or ground turkey for the meat eaters in your family, that you're going to let them add the meat to their portion, right? So now you have extra sweet potatoes and extra meat. Let's say tomorrow you had a taco bar. You take that extra meat for them and let them build their tacos. Then for you, you take the extra sweet potatoes that you did earlier in the week with the hummus that you bought for the sweet potato wrap, put it in your tortilla, And then you put your toppings, your lettuce, your tomato, cucumber, salsa.
That sounds so delicious.
So now you're talking, okay, so that's 3 meals right there. You're thinking, well, I still have chili left over. So if you had an extra potato left over. So on Thursday, you open that potato up and you top it with the chili. Then you put more toppings on that. You put your avocado, you put your onion, you put whatever you want on that. So you've got 4 meals, basically, for prepping for 2. Does that make sense, girls?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's trying to, and then the other thing was, the reason I did the corn off the cob, I have 5 small, like I'm dripping water. I put them in half. I don't know if you can see this. They're like half.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You can serve these with the taco bar tomorrow night. They become sides. So that's why I cook extra, because I think, how can I reuse this later in the week? Each time you reuse something, make it a different flavor. So you're not constantly, you might have a sweet potato 3 times in 1 week, but each time you eat it, it tastes different. Because you're adding different toppings. You've got the wrap, you're putting it in a taco, you're now topping it with the chili. So you now have multiple meals out of basically 2 meals.
That's so great.
Yeah. So, and you already know how to now do 2. So let's say next month you take these 2 meals and you make 4 meals out of it. So that's kind of like where I am with trying to get you guys at. So what I'm going to show you is I'm going to just go ahead and pretend, this could probably simmer for a little bit longer, but I'm going to pretend that it's all done because I know somebody will eat this regardless. So I'm going to dish it out. And you guys don't have to dish it out. I'm just going to show you from my end. So I have it in the bowl, but without spilling it. And then I'm going to take, I saw this and made me laugh. So Heather was talking about green onions. Okay. I always have these in my fridge at all times. You can eat the green part. Heather eats the green part when she comes to my house. So I have them all chopped up nice and small. You can see they're like kind of,
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah. So I'm just going to take some and I'm going to stick them on top. I have some, it's been sitting here. I chopped it right before. So I've got some avocado and I'm going to take some avocado and I'm just going to spoon it on top of the chili.
All right, so I need to add that chili. Okay.
And then I have some fresh cilantro, or you can use parsley if you don't like cilantro. I'm going to put some of that on top too. And then I have limes, and I'm just going to sit it on top. I have the limes cut up because I have them in my water. So I have like the lime is just sliced. It's nothing incredibly fancy. It's a sliced lime. So when you look at it, this is what you get. Can you see that, girls?
Oh, that looks so good.
Without me spilling it all over my hand? Let me push it.
That looks delicious.
So there we go. So you have, so that is like your dinner. So you have multiple ones, and you, like I said, you can always freeze it. I have banana peppers. I have hot peppers for anyone. I could put like hot sauce on it. There you go. If you want some of that.
What would I do with these?
Just put them on top, and then just mix it in when you eat it. If somebody wants a little extra heat.
Wait, is there anything else I have? Oh wait.
If you want the cheese, put the cheese on top before you put the toppings on. And then let the cheese sort of like, the heat of the warm chili is going to melt the cheese. And once you start to mix it all, it's going to get ooey and gooey. So I would say so there's no way. So these are all things like, you know, with the taco bar, you're going to have some of this. You're going to have the avocado, you're going to have the lime, you're going to have the shredded cheese. You're going to start, as you start to buy food as well too, girls, you're going to have the lettuce and the cucumbers and the different produce in your house so you can do these impromptu meals. So it's all together.
So good.
Yeah.
Right.
Kelsey, you're quite the cook here.
Oh my God.
It's been, you know, you look at you go, see?
I'm just trying, but I'm really not a good cook. I actually really like these videos. I was never really taught to cook like as a kid or anything, so like this is super helpful.
Me neither.
You know what? But I couldn't boil water when I met my husband. I'm telling you, this is not something that I learned by trial and error, and I learned by taste testing. That was the thing. Just taste as you go. Little
Right.
bit, add a little spice. If it doesn't taste right, add a little more. If you want more of this, just it's all about flavor. It's about your taste buds. And as you guys start to change your diet to more fresher fruits and veggies, you're going to see your taste buds really do change. They are going to pick up on the freshness of the limes and the cilantros and the corn. And when you eat something, they're going to be desensitized from all the processed food. So when you eat something, the fresher you cook, the less ingredients you use is usually the best tasting food. So, and then next, okay, and I'm going to show you this. This is one thing, and this is a wild card because this was not on the thing. I took regular, where are they? Tortillas.
You have those, right?
I have regular. This was not something, Heather. I'm just showing you this because we're going to probably, I think she has this on for next week. I have regular tortillas. These are not healthy. These are flour tortillas, okay? Because I know my older daughter will eat them. All I did was cut them into a shape of a triangle, okay? Using a pizza cutter. So you take a round tortilla, cut them like a pie, right? I popped them in an oven for maybe at 450 for maybe 5 or 6 minutes. So they're sort of become like a tortilla chip. They're a little bit, they're hard. And all you're gonna do is, this is the other thing, stick them in the side of your chili bowl and you got a nice little something to scoop with. So you
That's great.
yeah. So that's the other thing. So, look, though, read the ingredients. Read. Start getting in a habit, because you'd be really shocked with how much sugar and salt is in everything. And the more you can prepare at home, like I told you about the 4 meals, the more you're really going to save, because you control how much sugar and salt you put into your foods. So,
Right.
yeah. Do you guys have any questions for me?
No, I don't think so.
No, I just can't wait to try it and let you know how it is.
Yeah, this is one of those ones. It's so simple and it's so full of flavor with minimal effort. It's great for parties. Put it in a crock pot, double it, put it in the crock pot, and let people kind of serve themselves as they go. You can put a topping bar on the side, and that's another way to do it as well too, if you're serving for more. And then, or like when I cook extra, Heather's around the corner from me, so I'll give Heather part of it. I usually don't have enough to freeze anything, but like I said, it's a good way to freeze things and pull it out on a night that you're not, put it out in the morning to defrost, and on a night you won't have time to cook, so you're not running and making maybe an unhealthy choice because it's right there. So
Right.
yeah, so that's why I'm always like, cook a little extra, have an extra sweet potato or an extra potato in the oven or in the fridge, where you can just have it ready to go. It's already prepared. You already made the effort once. Just add a little bit more, and then that when I get home, I just have to pop it in the microwave and I'm good to go.
Right.
So
This has been pretty much the best eating week that I've had.
good.
Best eating week. So, how about you, Kelsey?
Great, that's really good. Yeah, I've definitely done a lot better. I'm not doing, like I said on Sunday night, like I'm not going full throttle
Right.
with the food right now. But I am definitely watching, and I'm personally proud of my eating. So
Yay! That's awesome. It's definitely it's just day by day. And that's all you can do. And don't beat yourself up if you slip up, because you can do better the next hour, or whatever. And I didn't start doing this. It wasn't that I started doing this and it was overnight. It was a very slow process. And then when we changed all of our eating habits, it was another slow process on how do I do this again. So, it's just building. And when you start to have fun with it and you realize you really can't screw it up, and you realize that it becomes a matter of preference of taste, that's when you have fun with it and you start to enjoy it. So yeah. I'm so happy I have you girls on this journey with us. I mean, Heather, I'm telling you, she's phenomenal. She's awesome. If you guys can, stick with it and, follow her, you're going to see the results, because she's a pint-sized wealth of knowledge. So, yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm in.
But yeah, and if you guys next week, I know she's going to be gone. If you have any questions, if you have a question, I know the age-old thing, somebody else has the same question, throw it out on the Facebook group, and whoever sees it first, if she's not able to grab it, I'll grab it. If I don't know, I will tag her and be like, or I'll text her and be like, hey, can you answer this for, whomever. So yeah,
Right.
Don't be afraid to reach out next week, if you have any questions. And then I think she's going to post, I'm going to do one on Tuesday. It's called This or That, and that came about because it was all my leftovers in my fridge of veggies.
Oh,
That's the only way it came about. And I was like, oh, wow, this is really good. And then on Thursday, we're going to do, I think, a fruit salsa. So,
that sounds good.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I'll show you a couple different ways you can use the fruit salsa too. So, yeah.
So excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So happy for you girls. Yay. So let me know. Try it out. Taste the chili tonight. Let me know how the whole family thinks. If you guys like it, like I said, it's super easy. Let me know and enjoy your meal.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right. Any last questions?
No.
That's it?
Mhm.
Kim, are you good?
I'm so good.
All right. Yay. All right, ladies. Let me know. Post pictures too when you're all done. Let me know.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank
All right. Have a beautiful night, girls. Get outside. Enjoy the sun. Go take your food outside and eat it.
Right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Night, ladies. Night.
Bye.